Well, folks, we found a spot. This is a place that I've never camped at before. It's not that far away from me locally, actually. And I tried to camp here once over the summer, but the campground was packed, so I moved on down the road. But here we are. There is a nice lake out here. We'll take a walk down there and check that out. I believe it's all frozen over, but it is not a safe time to be on the ice right now. At least not here, and I'm positive of that. It's a windy, cold, and dreary day. It's like misting and kind of freezing rain. And then I believe we're supposed to get some decent rain tonight, but we'll see if that actually happens. So I found myself a nice spot that has electricity because I need it to cook tonight. I've got something different I want to try that I have never done. So we'll get into that in a little bit, but I need to get my truck set up, get plugged in, not use this thing that you guys haven't seen yet because I don't want to do it in the rain. Just get comfortable. My tailgate is way taller with the new springs on there. I didn't realize how much it was going to sag, how much sag it actually had. But it's so much better now. And today was the first real test driving down gravel roads and washboards, and it handled it great. I am completely satisfied with the spring swap that we did. And if you missed that one, it's the last video, you should check it out. But see if our electrical cord will make it all the way over there. Oh yeah, we got plenty of cord. And we've got juice. Get that thing running and warming this place up. I'm gonna grab my coat. We'll take a wander down to the lake and see what that looks like. Oh yeah, this definitely isn't safe. You can see this is all open here. You've got a little bit of ice. I can see, like, I don't think it's open water out there, but I can see water rippling atop the ice. And it's a little windy out here. Oh, I think there's a campsite over there. We'll have to walk over and check that out. Some people have been throwing rocks in. Yeah, I definitely wouldn't be getting on the water or on the ice today anywhere. It's above freezing. I'll give you guys a forecast when we get back to the truck. But there's a little trail here, and it looks like there's a campsite over there. We'll wander over and see what this is about. Looks like the lake is really low. You see the tire here? I feel like all this should be underwater. Oh yeah, there are a few campsites over here. Yeah, a bunch of fire pits down here. I assume this has got to be a tent only site. I don't think there's like obviously a little road down here for the maintenance guys and park people. But I don't think you're allowed to drive down to this area. I don't even know where you would turn in to get down here, but yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 fire rings over here. Never knew this was here. Be a good tent spot. See what this is over here. Oh, there's a couple more over there. I knew that there was tent sites on that side. The water comes and splits this. Oh yeah, the water level is way low. This should all be underwater through here. Yeah, you can see where it's been driven on. Definitely gonna have to keep this spot in mind for a future vidya. As much as I would appreciate some snow right now, the weather's not terrible. Maybe we'll actually get snow tonight. I don't think it's gonna be cold enough. Look at the tracks, but I know you're not allowed to drive down here. There's a parks guy over here. Maybe I could ask him. All right, guys. You can see dude pulling away in the truck right there. I stood there and talked to him for probably a half an hour. He's a park employee who's been at this place for a few years. There's a highway right there. Semi truck. But not only one, you can't drive down this. This is a service road. There should be a cable gate right there, but there is not. I fully expected that. But you also told me that if I walk way back farther into the park, there are like 2 or 3 more campsites way back in there that are hike-in only. So we're gonna take a wander and at a bare minimum go check these out for a potential future video. It turns out there's way more campsites here than I expected, but most of them are tent sites, and this one is a little bit of a hike in down here, the one that we just looked at. But yeah, we're gonna head kind of over yonder to the other side of this place, see if we can find these spots before it gets too cold out here. So yeah, let's check this out. Not really sure where these campsites are at. I found a grill. Don't know if there's a fire pit over here. There's just a grill here out in the middle of nowhere at this park. Doesn't look very used. I don't see anything else. Maybe there's another one farther down that way. I'm way at the other end of the lake. Oh, I see a picnic table. Yeah, there we go. Little camp spot here. Well, it's recently been mowed. I mean, there's a table. You have 2 grills here for whatever reason and 1 fire pit. And there's actually a trash can. My truck is probably a quarter mile, half mile that way over this ridge. And then the lake is way down there. Not much in the trash can. I'm guessing it doesn't get used very often. All right. I hike my way back to the truck now. I don't know which way I want to go. There's a trail right here. I came up from down by the lake and ended up going back behind these and coming back in. I should have came up this way. There's another little cut trail right here off from the campsite. And I think maybe this one will take us back through the ridge here instead of down by the lake. Some of these boards are pretty soft in here. It's not really covering up anything crazy. There's just a big ditch right here. This is a really cool trail, and the fact that it's all just hazy and everything out there is even better. I can feel some bigger raindrops and hear them coming down, but nothing crazy. Yeah, you just got all this thicket of, I don't know what that is. Oh, and barely way up top, there's a little building up there that's on part of the campground. I'm over that way. Well, get it back to the truck. It's a little chilly out there, y'all. It's warm in here, though. It's all too much right now. That is a very warm hat. All right, let me give you guys an actual weather check here. It's currently 34 degrees, feels like 24 degrees with the wind chill. And yeah, there's gonna be some rain tonight. It says 92% at 11 p.m. So the wind's supposed to pick up and it's supposed to rain. The low tonight is only 33. So the temperature is gonna stay just about as it is. So I don't think we're gonna actually see any snow. But it's supposed to rain into tomorrow morning. But you guys probably can't tell on that camera, but you can barely even see the lake down there because the fog has rolled in. You can't see the other side of the lake, so well, you guys got to check out my new sheets. Stepped up my sheet game again, guys. Check these out. Check these out. My wife bought these for me. They're flannel sheets with sloths all over them. Looks like I might have the pillowcase upside down. There we go. Yeah, little winter sloths hanging out. So those are pretty awesome. A shout out to the wife for finding these. I don't know what my spirit animal would be. I think it's a toss-up between a raccoon or a sloth, a trash panda or a lazy bum. I'm kind of in between those most of the time. But so yeah, I'm gonna get changed into my pajamas and hang out for a little while. It's still pretty early. It's only 3:30, so it's not time for dinner. And I do have some firewood with me, but it's just cold and wet out there. I don't really feel like sitting outside. We took a nice hike. We walked from both sides of the lake here, and it's a pretty big lake. So anyways, y'all, yeah, I need to get changed. Stay tuned. Ooh, spooky. Well, y'all, the sun has gone down and the rain has started out there. I've got my back window propped open. It's kind of coming in waves. I don't know if you can see it dripping out there, maybe not. But yeah, a little bit of rain. It's definitely not good for the ice. I don't want everything to get wet in here. All right, well, I think it's probably time to get some dinner going. Okay guys, we're gonna cook some dinner tonight and it's incredibly simple, but we're gonna use this Instant Pot of my wife's. I've never used this thing, so I really don't know what I'm doing, and she just kept telling me, don't burn yourself. Let me grab this. I don't know what that's for. Don't believe I need that. We'll just take that out. and kind of get this ready to go. I'm not going to plug it in until I'm absolutely ready, since I don't know if it just turns on automatically. I don't think it would, but we'll just leave it like that. Okay, so what we're going to do is spaghetti and meatballs, and we've got some pretty good ingredients here that we're going to throw in there. We're just going to start with these frozen meatballs. I'm just going to put those in the bottom and layer it. Those in. Okay. Next up, we'll do some spaghetti. I'm not going to do the whole thing, but we'll give ourselves a healthy serving. We're just going to layer it right on top of there. I think we'll do a little more. We'll do one more. I don't know if this is going to be way too much or not, y'all, but bada bing, bada boom. Then we're going to throw a little water in there. The recipe called for, I think, like 3 cups of water, so we're just going to do that. Measure it out appropriately. And then the best part of this, I think, is going to be the sauce. Look at that, guys. So it's Papa Rico's Reaper Red Sauce. And we're going to just dump this right along the top of this. And we're not going to do any mixing. We're just going to let it sit. I want to get all that out of there, though, as much as possible without making a mess. Now that we've got that in there, what we got to do is turn it on and run it for like 8 minutes. Set on pressure cook. I'm going to make sure I get this thing closed up. I said I've never used this thing before, and this is why I needed electricity tonight. I was hoping my my little power thing over there would power it, but it's not strong enough. So let's try to get this plugged in. And I think I might turn that heater down for now. Okay. So I think I've got it all set correctly. We're going to hit pressure cook. And then I think that's 10 minutes. And we're just going to let it go. And it should build up pressure and kind of start on its own. There we go. We'll just set that over here for now and kind of keep an eye on it. Yeah, this sauce looked really good. I've never seen this sauce before. So yeah, it's extra hot, a taste of Sicily. Don't fear the Reaper. So this says Papa Rico's Reaper Red Sauce adds some sweet heat from the Carolina Reaper pepper to your meal. This sauce has been crafted to be an enjoyable addition to many meals. Try it on your pasta, meatball subs, pasta baked, etc. So when you feel like you need to kick it up a notch, let Papa Rico's Reaper Red Sauce give that perfect heat to your culinary creations. So yeah, it looks pretty tasty. I've never had it before. I've never seen it before, but I found this at my local Hy-Vee. I guess I can just toss this. Don't need it for anything. So to go along with this for a drink tonight, we've got ourselves a fancy beer. It's fancy enough that it's got a cork in the top of it. I've never had this. It's Firestone Walker Brewing Company, Bramblin' on My Mind. So this looks like it's a small batch, batch number 1, bottled 725.22, and they made 800 cases. So it's American wild ale with Marion berries. It gets pretty into detail on here. Maturation time 24 months. Titratable acidity 12.7 G/L. I'd have no idea what that means. Microflora BLP. I don't know what any of that means, but it's 6.2%. It's got a fancy cork in the top of it. I don't have a glass to drink this out of, which is kind of a bummer because I bet this one would look pretty cool, but yeah, you gotta like twist this off. It's a fancy beer, boy. I haven't had one of these in a while. Tell you what, I don't know if this thing is doing anything, how long it takes to pressurize. Anyways, let's see if we can get this off without spilling it. Ooh, don't want to spill this. Oh, there we go. It smells like wine, dude. That straight up smells like wine. You can maybe see a little bit of the color. Yeah, I really wish I had a glass for this. I do not. Nothing that you'd be able to see it in. Ooh, it's tart. That is really good though. It does taste, it's like, it's not wine obviously, it's an ale, but very fruity. But that's very tasty. Yeah, that's good. That's really good. I don't know how long this thing is gonna take, but it should give me a timer. Just have to wait and see. Oh, that's good. I don't want to spill that anywhere. Got some good Parmesan that we'll put on there. This is like the big thick cut Parmesan. Got a little bit of butter in this. And I've got an Asiago roll also from Hy-Vee. So we'll have that. Asiago cheese demi loaf. We're gonna have a cheese demi loaf. I don't have a plate back here, so I'm gonna probably just have to use this bowl. And I think whatever leftovers I have, probably just leave in this and brave the rain and go put it like on the floorboard in the truck since it's so cold up there. It'll work just like a fridge. It'll be fine. I don't know. I'm gonna use one of these. Probably the big bowl so I make less mess. If I poured that beer in here, you might be able to see it, but the glass would change the color of it, so that's not going to work out either. So we've got our bowl ready, I guess. Oh, it's starting to make noise, so it's doing something. You can just see some steam. This will, I guess, pop up when it's ready to go. And then you got to release some pressure when it's done and not burn yourself. But man, yeah, this beer is tasty. Wish it was a little bit bigger. It's raining pretty good out there. I thought we were supposed to actually get some thunder tonight too, but we'll see. I don't know if you guys can see that steaming. Oh, there we go. The little pin popped up. Now it's going to actually pressurize. I'm kind of fascinated. I can't believe I've never used this thing. It's been in our house for quite a while. But my wife really hasn't used it much either. We do have an air fryer also that we use more often. Ooh, the top of that is hot. Hopefully the bottom doesn't get super hot. It's sitting on my cooler. Didn't think about that. Oh, there we go. Timer started. So now it's cooking. That took a while for it to get going. Okay. 10 minutes. Kind of want to set my bread on there, but I don't know. 10 minutes to go, I guess. Don't know what I'm doing. All right, well, it beeped that it's done. I think I need to wait a few minutes. Well, ago, I've given it like, this thing is counted up to 5. I've given it 5 minutes. I think I'm gonna see if I can vent this without ooh, shit. Alright. Pin has dropped. I'm gonna need to stir this, but I guess, why don't we cancel, turn it off. You just turn it off. Don't know where to put this. Fogged you guys up a little bit. I'm just gonna set this upside down over here. And yeah, it said you're gonna need to stir it. It looks cooked to me. It's hot, that's for dang sure. And I don't know about you guys, but that looks pretty good to me. Spaghetti and meatballs, y'all. Pressure cooked spaghetti and meatballs. Just need some meatballs. Can't forget our Parmesan cheese. I like Parmesan. And then I just got a little bit of butter here. Have tried to melt this. See if the heater will melt it a little bit quick. I don't know. We'll just have to let that sit. But let's see what this is all about. With the spicy sauce. It smells good. Meatballs cooked just fine. I don't know if that's as spicy as I expected it to be, but I don't want to speak too soon on that either. Could be a slow burn on that. But it's good overall. I'm impressed. Just dump it all in there together. Good to go. I don't think this butter is going to spread very well, but that was terrible. Spaghetti. I gotta say, I'm pretty stoked on that. It'd be nice if I had an inverter big enough to run this Instant Pot. I'm assuming I could probably get one that's about half the size. I bet they make smaller ones that maybe don't use as much energy, but the thing I have is rated, I think, for 600 watts, and this takes 1,000. So the noodles are like, I'd say almost perfectly cooked. They're a little on the firmer side maybe, but that doesn't bother me at all. You know, they've not gotten mushy. Sometimes you cook them too long, they just get mushy. The sauce has a kick to it, but not what I expected. Not near as spicy as I expected it to be. And maybe with the way that I cooked it, it got diluted because you add the water in there and the sauce together. So that could have something to do with it, but it's kind of cooked in the noodles too at that point, you would think. Maybe I just need to try it without doing it this way, but it's good. Alright, y'all, I got my dinner all cleaned up. Like I said, I just put the lid back on that Instant Pot and went and set it on the passenger floorboard. I figured that'd be the easiest way to do it. I'm gonna watch a movie on Netflix called Emily the Criminal. It's in their top 10. I think it might actually be #1. Let me see if I can give you a rundown on it. I think it's a brand new movie. It's got Aubrey Plaza in it. I think she's a pretty good actor. So yeah, Emily the Criminal. Saddled with student debt and unable to find work, a college graduate becomes involved in a credit card scam, acting as a dummy shopper and buying increasingly risky products with stolen credit cards. So I'm gonna give this a whirl and just hang out. The rain has let up a little bit. Might be able to open a window. Should have brought some hot sauce for that spaghetti. It wasn't quite up to par. Don't feel like, tell you what, reckon. Well, good morning, folks. Oh, probably can't see me over there. Lights, where my lights at? Hit the button. Oh. Well, it stopped raining. I can't tell if the lake's still frozen or it looks like there's some big open spots now. Oh. There's definitely either some big spots of open water or there's big puddles that have formed on the frozen sections, but it looks like a lot of it's opened back up out there. Oh man. Give you a time and temp. It's 8:11 in the morning. It's currently 37. Wait, let this thing update. Yeah, it's currently 37 degrees out there. Feels like 27, but it's gotten warm. And we're actually supposed to get some rain a little bit later today too. And it's really windy out there. It's windy enough that it's shaking the truck right now. But it's supposed to get up to 45 today. So that's not going to be very good for the ice and whatnot. But I mean, we've got a possibility of snow coming the end of the week. And next Monday it says the low is going to be -3. So who knows? It hasn't been batted here. Oh, I think if we get some coffee going. I had to pick up a new bag of coffee because I left my jar of Folgers at Mike's last time we were out camping. So I'll have to get that back from him, but I got some Dunkin', some regular old Dunkin' here, original blend. We're gonna get we'll get some water going and get our French press going and have some coffee this morning. Don't want to spill it. I don't have another container to put this in right now. Smells so good. Two big scoops. 2 shots of vodka. All right. Make sure we stand this up. Make sure it stays standing up in here somehow. All right, coffee is going. Yeah, I don't think you guys will be able to see any of it with this camera, but over there looks like it's opened back up, and probably over there, which you guys can't see, but yeah, it's just wet out there. It's still sprinkling a little bit. It's kind of dripping in here on my stuff. I always use my saw to prop the window open when it's raining, so I can still get some air through here, since I can't open the side windows. Don't drip in here. Start this thing. Beefy. on last night. Oh, you guys can't see that yet. Oh, we'll get into this hopefully in the next video, y'all. I still need to do my first burn on this before we can use it as a tent, but there's my wood stove for my tent. We need a better day to sit outside and do that. I was gonna do that last night. Well, y'all, we're on the road. We're on dang old 4-lane and the wind is blowing. This truck does not like the wind. The new springs definitely made it better because you don't get as much sway out of the rear, so it doesn't push you around as much, but you can definitely still feel the wind in this thing. It's like 30, 40 mile an hour gusts today, I believe. But anyways, y'all, headed down the road. The coffee is good. Been sipping on this a little bit. Dunkin'. I love Dunkin' iced coffee, but I don't often have their hot coffee. But it's pretty tasty. 2 heaping scoops in that thing worked great. Had a great night last night. I've got leftovers on the floor, so I've got leftover spaghetti and meatballs today, and there's probably enough in there for both my wife and I to have lunch off of that or something. Sorry, my wipers is going up there. Gotta change lane.
In half a mile, turn left onto Nebraska 66 East.
Don't tell me my business. I know where I'm going. Anyways. Alright. I gotta turn the corner up over yonder here. Yeah, dinner last night was good. The rain has been nice. And like I said, it's supposed to kind of rain on and off today. And yeah, I'd like a dry day to do my first burn on that stove outside. I could have done it yesterday, but the conditions weren't ideal, so might as well wait until we have a little bit nicer day. But like I said, the snow is also on the way, so I want to get that thing ready so we can actually use it. And yeah, that's kind of my next up on the agenda, are those couple of things. So anyways, guys, I really hope you enjoyed this one. I had a good time last night, and it's always fun to try something new when you're cooking. And the hike was cool too, and we found some cool new campsites up there. So all in all, it was a good adventure. But anyways, guys, stay tuned for the next adventure. I'll see you in a bit.
Shabba-labba ding dong, turn the music back on.
Time flies, it goes by